Welcome back to the Charles Eoghan experience.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe and rate.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, rate, Spotify, all that. Remember.
Leave it running. Go to bed.
Yeah,
Leave it
YouTube.
running.
Get it done.
Like a RuneScape bot. When you.
We actually had a question. Someone said, I didn't send it to you. Someone was like, I've been playing RuneScape for days now, and my back mobility hasn't improved. They said it has not improved.
They're lying then.
Which is a surprise.
You need to play it properly on a sofa or a chair. The laptop needs to be on your knees.
Yeah.
And you need to be hunched over enough that your elbows are tight to your ribs and you can type comfortably. Then
Like,
you'll learn how to play guard.
Good for the neck too.
And yeah. Just make sure your chin's on your chest the whole time. And that is how you get a healthy spine. Healthy spine, healthy mind.
That's how you played? With laptop?
Yeah, laptop, yeah. Or, well,
lying
back
sofa.
when I was a noob, but then when I got serious, I got the
PC.
The mouse, yeah. You need a mouse to play RuneScape properly. Left hand for the hotkeys, right hand for the mouse.
All that.
Fucking good. What a game.
You've recovered. You're not as sick anymore.
I was sick twice in a row for the first time ever in my life.
What happened?
First, I had a headache for 5 days, and then I got just a normal cold, and it was very mild, but it was still a normal cold. Just a brock nose, and took some Dexarina spray, and a bit, you know what that is?
Like a nasal spray.
Nasal spray, yeah.
Neuroepinephrine, all that.
Yeah, it was sick.
It's fucking sick.
Sick. And then, yeah, I healed. I went to do my seminar yesterday
10 hours
in Manchester. Shout out Gravel House Invitationals. Wonderful gym, very wobbly stairs. That was good. And yeah, taught a seminar on Easter itself. So yeah, probably going to hell now. On Sunday, no less.
When's your day of rest coming then?
Yeah, Saturday arrested.
Okay.
I was mildly ill though. Friday arrested, mildly ill.
Trained today, Easter Monday. Definitely going to hell.
Yeah, trained. Yeah, definitely what?
You're definitely going to hell.
Going.
All that.
We'll see. We'll see once I get to the gates.
We'll see
what they say.
Exactly. What's been happening? You've been working on stuff?
Trained. Good fun today. Yeah, still. You know what? I was thinking, what am I working on? It's the overback grip still. And I'm working on my
It's like 6 months.
Right. It takes a while to get really good at stuff.
Yeah.
And now, you know, when I get to top position, I feel like I have direction in every position pretty much.
Did you not 6 months ago?
Maybe not like clear focus when I was clear like goals when I was passing guard. Now I'm like, I have a very structured guard passing from that sort of position.
Right.
So it's very good. It's more satisfying than if you're just chancing it, basically. And sometimes you get rolled over and sometimes you don't. Also, my crossface is fucking sick. Sick.
What's fucking? Is that from months of practicing the same thing over and over again?
Months of practicing the same thing. So let me tell you my detail on the crossface.
Give it to
So
me.
let's say you're reaching for a crossface, yeah, and you can't quite get the lat.
You're in a mood today, bro.
You can't quite. I didn't even bun. I didn't even take drugs.
Yeah.
You can't quite grab the far lat. So every time you try and pull, your fingers slip, and then there's a gap between your elbow and their face, and you can't apply the shoulder pressure properly. Let's do a demo right on this table.
Yeah.
Anyway. But if you just put your hand on their back and then you roll both your body weight over, so your hand is pinned to the mat through both your chests.
Hands knuckled down.
Yeah. Then you can roll them like bread, you know, because your hand is pinned here. So when you start to apply pressure, the hand doesn't shift because both your body weights are stuck on top of it. And that,
my friend,
is my detail.
And you're trying to get your shoulder to their far shoulder still.
Yeah, far shoulder / temple. Yeah, if you can get it to their far shoulder, that'd be pretty fucked.
Suffering for them.
Yeah, suffering.
And then you just look to pin them and then just make them suffer and then get mount. Yeah,
just take mount and then from mount try and get the half Nelsons and all that kind of shit. And then either they turn face down and then all the hands above the head. And then either they turn face down and I just keep them in belly down back control.
Yeah.
Or they stay face up and I just keep working the arms. And that's it.
Relentless.
Sick. So relentless. And yeah, leg locks, I've been just continuing my, working my sharpness and that.
Yeah.
Trying to just make sure that I catch every single heel dig. I'm like, or practicing my heel dig every time. You know, you can never practice too much these things. And yeah, been working a bit my straight foot locks, my Aoki locks.
Shout Mateusz
Shishensky, yeah. Really good. What else?
Feeling strong?
Not really. No, feeling particularly
illness.
weak. Although I feel like in
Lost
some
kgs.
scenarios, I was actually I was getting too swollen. I was getting painful in places. Whereas now that I lost a tiny bit, like 3 kilos, I was actually feeling nice and limber.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a runner, track star.
Yeah. Someone actually asked this question: are you getting too jacked to play guard? I think those things in your arms was overuse. But anyway, continue this question.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting too jacked to play guard, to be honest. I just feel like I'm framing less and just pulling more from guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, my arms were definitely getting painful.
Overuse.
Yeah, overuse.
We maybe need to change up add in some different styles of curls. Here's a good segue. As if you're just doing like too many variations of dumbbell curls, you can change the variation up. You could put a towel, wrap a towel underneath the handles of a kettlebell. So you use that kind of grip.
Yeah.
As opposed to having the pronated dumbbell grip, using a towel grip to do curls. The Zoltman curl, which is really good. Come up.
I think it's when I'm crushing from already a crushed position. So, or for example, if I'm pushing away when my arm's already
pinned
tight in, then that's like it's really crushing my bicep.
Yeah.
And doing a number on me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Just got to do less, because right at the end of the curls, I always like crunch it a bit, and that's
key for the curls to get peak contraction too.
Yeah.
But if you overuse that with lots of wrestling, collar ties, framing, it can become
and the face chokes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get the face choke, and it's just not quite tight. It's not cinched all the way in where I can start to draw my elbow back, and I feel people's chin is like digging into my bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be problematic to the biceps.
Yeah, so I could just go much slower, but sometimes it's just a waste of time, so I just squeeze through it. Then it hurts a bit.
Yeah, maybe more stretching of the biceps, tricep pull downs. I think we need to change a few variations. Yeah. Sack the skull crushers, do some tricep rope banded.
The skull crushers feel good, but they're very hard if you do them strict.
Skull crushers are fucking hard.
They're fucking hard if you do them strict. Like, you can do them with the elbows wide, and it's just easy, right? But the elbows tucked in.
It's good exercise, bro. Yeah. Pushing away. Key detail. Fuck, sick.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's get into a question.
Let us begin.
What we got? Applying head.
Heel hooks, op not tapping despite warnings. Alright, so this was a message sent in from some dude. I think I've done a seminar at their place, but I can't remember. Anyway, he was saying that he specified Brazilian black belt coach in a heel hook, and he's a blue belt, and he got the heel hook and he was applying it slowly. Then he looked him in the eye and he said, "Are you all right?" And then he said, "He's fine." And he said, "Come on, mate." And then the guy didn't say anything, and then his heel tore.
He tore his instructor's heel.
Yeah, and then he's saying, should I have done that or should I let go? And honestly,
no, if he said fair play.
If he said play on, then play on, bro.
That's his fault, yeah.
This is your perfect. You know what? People who are willing to risk their legs for your braking mechanics just are the best training partners.
Yeah, because it gets you to practice the braking mechanics.
Because sometimes you may think that this is dead to rights, and then you go and apply it on someone that doesn't give a shit if their leg breaks, and you're like, and then you go to apply it. Maybe you apply it slowly at first, but then later on you just apply it really hard, and they're still not tapping. You're like, wow, not only is this guy a fucking idiot, but he's actually helped me a lot in that he's shown me that my braking mechanics weren't all that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple of people like that I've rolled with recently, and fair play to him. Like, had a full-on Aoki lock, and I think he's just got really flexible legs in that direction. And yeah, like,
he didn't tap, popped his leg.
He didn't tap, but it didn't pop either.
Shit.
Yeah, this is the guy who's previously I popped his leg.
Got it, another guy.
Yeah, but this time it was an inside heel hook, and I think his legs spin really far outwards that way. And yeah, he was like gritting his teeth and going, but nothing broke.
Did you just let go?
Yeah, just basically I ran out. That was it. I ran out of range, and I couldn't break it, so just let go.
Fuck, some people are just freaks.
Yeah, I think some people do actually have really flexible heels. Who's that guy? Lachlan's mate. The guy who's Kai Rudolph, whose fucking heels spin 180. Like, no, you can point both his toes behind him.
No way.
Imagine trying to heel hook him. You just
You don't.
It's supposed to be bang to rights, but it's just not. Maybe you got outside heel hook in though. Yeah.
If he's saying fair play, just keep going. He's giving you permission.
Yeah, if you're getting
to go for it.
Good training, isn't it?
Yeah, practice your braking mechanics. If it breaks, it breaks.
Yeah. If he dies,
there he goes. He knows. He dies.
So yeah, I think he did the right thing in breaking it, and then next time maybe he'll respect your submissions and tap to you.
Yeah.
And then sooner or later you can just take his whole gym. Which is the goal.
Bet him. Just be like, let's. If I submit you, you give me the deeds to the gym.
Didn't you do that with your gym?
Yeah, with Sandra. I've lost my gym.
Fuck.
It's shameful.
Where are we going to train?
Sandra Allen Price.
He's
in Georgia right now. He's not coming back.
He's renting it to you yet?
He's renting it to me.
Nice. Fuck, I got a callus here that I got to just sick. I got rid of it. All right,
Get rid of that, bro.
All right. Op, who changed my BJJ the most?
What's it say?
The opponent who I competed against who changed my jiu-jitsu the most.
Oh,
why don't you start, bro?
Go for me.
Yeah, it was probably you first.
I changed you first, yeah. Who changed it for me? Probably Craig Jones when I fought him in EBI.
Yeah. That was a sick match.
Go
to EBI 4 and watch the qualifying
Charles
rounds.
Allen Price versus Craig Jones.
Price v Jones.
No, I've competed in some local tournaments. I've won some local tournaments.
Yes, you have.
I should do some tournaments again.
That'd be so sick.
That'd be sick. Win some masters. No, I do adults.
Do adults section.
Only 30.
18 plus.
I should compete more. No one's changed my BJJ the most.
That's a bit sus.
Actually, when I started doing privates with you.
We didn't compete against each other though.
No.
What about competing against Max? That changed you.
Yeah, that made me change that. I changed. Yeah, that's fair. I had a match with Max. Went on for about 5 minutes. Then eventually took me down, took my back, submitted me very quickly.
Yeah.
That actually changed my BJJ. That was like, wow. I need to be better.
Yeah, and then you became better.
And then I became better.
Sick. Okay, well, for me, it was probably my match with... Fuck, what's his name?
Wagner.
It was some guy from South in Brighton. Dominic Dillon.
Why?
Now, hear me out. Because I paced myself so poorly that I never paced myself poorly again after that match. You can find the match on YouTube. Eoghan O'Flanagan versus Dominic Dillon.
Is this where you just went fucking all out to try and sell them as quick as possible?
Well, yeah, that's how I always used to compete. I'd just go as hard as I could for 3 to 4 minutes. And then after that, I was done. And I thought that's how you're supposed to compete. It's really not. So anyway, if you watch that match, I'm doing all right for the 3... Was that your toe?
Yeah, get off.
Sorry, Chief.
3 footsies.
So 3 to 4 minutes of, me, absolute... Yeah, and...
absolute rare.
Absolutely. And then I just lie down for the next 4 minutes.
What's it? I'll forget this. What's the match called?
Dominic Dillon versus Eoghan O'Flanagan. Dominic Dillon. Yeah. 2 first names. Crazy. Anyway, that's not how you spell Dominic. That's how you spell demonic. Dominic. Anyway, yeah, versus Eoghan O'Flanagan. Yeah. And write that one down. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, and it was going all right. I was getting attempts, but he was escaping. And then 4 minutes in, I was just like completely spent. And I knew that basically he's just good at Kimura. So I just kept my arm in this position the whole time. And I just lay there. And he was like... Honestly, if you find the match, I'm literally just lying down, and the commentator is just saying like, "Owen looks very tired here. He looks exhausted." And then eventually, I was just sitting there like, wait till I get my energy back, and then I did, and I got my energy back, and then I got the sub.
Wait till I get my energy
I was just lying there. There's nothing I could do but just like survive for a bit, and then I got my energy back. Then I got the sub, inside heel hook, clack.
Did you break his leg?
I broke it. Just his foot.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy. But yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Well, there we go. What did you learn? You learned to pace yourself.
To pace myself. I learned that honestly, if you're sparring someone within like a minute, you're like, okay, I can probably sub this guy. And then you don't need to do it within that minute. Like, let's say you're in a gym rolling. You don't just retard for the first 3 minutes. You just chill and like see what they do, and but you can retard the whole 10 minutes, so it's all right.
Fitness.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for me, I'm just like, a bit of feeling out, sooner, like most of the time, people make a mistake and you can just sub them. And then if they're not making a mistake, then you can slowly increase the pace. But if you get tired, you basically lost.
Yeah. There
So
we go.
long story short, avoid being tired at all costs. Yeah, because if you get tired, that's it. You finish.
Yeah,
lose.
you're fucked.
Yeah. So
Very hard to recover from.
better to give up position or give up whatever to avoid getting tired. Because if you're tired, that's it.
Yeah, Felipe Pena. There you go.
Mm.
Getting too tired.
He topped, didn't he?
Yeah.
He submitted.
Yeah, a bit of fitness for BJJ. I reckon it's also a good point. I was chatting to my mate the other day about building an aerobic base. It takes a long time to build, especially for jiu-jitsu. But for jiu-jitsu, it's coupled with everything. Skill, pacing.
Yeah.
Like, you need a bit of everything. You can't just be really aerobically fit.
Nah.
Like me, I'm very aerobically fit, but doesn't mean I'm not going to get tapped a lot.
It's a lot of different,
different
things as well.
Yeah.
I feel like some grips, let's say an S grip is more aerobic, and then some of them, like a
gable
palm
grip
to
is
palm,
less,
will be
yeah.
more, what's the other one? Anaerobic, or just like muscle endurance type
Yeah,
thing.
well, let's say like an S grip, you're using far more energy than you would a gable grip.
Disagree.
You think so?
I think an S grip is more like you can hold this forever, but a gable grip seems to be like you're holding it from your bicep and chest, whereas an S grip is just your fingertips that are gripping, and the rest can be loose.
Because you're more locked in with the S grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one.
It's all encompassing. Let's say you get
Someone
someone's
should
back.
talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
Someone else
Someone else.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then we copy them.
because we don't know what we're talking about.
No.
Right. Sick.
S grips.
Yeah, S grips for aerobic
Capacity.
capacity. Just hold an S grip as long as you can.
I would say just fucking get your arms really strong.
Yeah.
Get your arms strong.
Just only arms.
Endurance. You need a bit of everything.
Yeah, you need a bit of everything.
Also, just practice in the position. You need more practice being holding S grips at jiu-jitsu.
Need really strong side planks as well.
Yep.
That's a fucking...
That side plank we added in today, where you're on your knees.
Yeah, I'm
Both
shit on
legs
my
open.
left side, I realised.
Good for heel hooks.
My non-heel hooking side.
You need strong glutes, strong obliques.
Yeah.
Need it all.
Strong groin.
Strong groins, strong adductors.
Yeah. Sick.
Structured strength program. What we got next?
All right. 5 people I want to train with.
Me first.
Go on then.
You go first and I'll be inspired.
Okay, Khabib.
Yeah. John Jones.
Khabib Nurmagomedov. Not really John Jones though, because he's just huge, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, Khabib. Who else? I'd like to train with... Well, I've already trained with Craig, but I'd like to train with Craig more. I'd like to train with Gordon, obviously. Gordon the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'd like to train... That's 3, right?
Big Hodge again.
Yeah, Big Hodge, but yeah, again, we've already trained. I'd like to train with Diego Pato. I'd like to train with...
Tackett.
Yeah, not necessarily though. I'd like to train with Eddie Cummings.
Yeah.
Johnny Ocasio. All the basically all the people that
That's
I can
5, bro.
steal shit from, you know?
That's 5.
Yeah.
Krellenstein.
Yeah, Krellin Star.
Yeah. Rodriguez.
Rao.
Jason Rao.
Probably not Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I would like to train with them. They got some tasty duck unders, but I feel like Nicky Rod would knee me in the head.
Yeah.
And young Rod.
What about a young Marcelo Garcia?
Nah.
Doesn't do it for you.
Nah. CBA. Too easy, isn't it?
What about... Well, there we go. You've got 5.
Rafael Mendez in the gi.
You wouldn't put the gi on. Would you put the gi on for Rafa Mendes?
I would put the gi on so he could show me his style.
Choke you with a loop choke.
Go with his belt. His long black belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my... I said about 7 or 8 there, but those would all be sick. And who else?
Sick.
Who else?
Giancarlo.
Maybe Sakuraba. Fuck.
Yeah. Who's that judo fella that trains with in Austin with those guys?
Satoshi.
Yeah. Him.
No.
Marigali.
Yeah. Again, though,
These are all the
Marigali.
stars.
I'd rather train with Gordon than Marigali, and I don't really care that much about training with Satoshi.
No.
Given that he's a judo guy who's doing wrestling, I'd rather train with a wrestler. You know,
Jason North.
Yeah, or some Russian. I'd like to train with that
Gabe Stevenson.
Saitsev or Sidakov or one of these.
Sudalayev, bro.
Nah, fuck that again.
Why?
Wouldn't learn anything. Just get clubbed to the floor.
Yeah.
And then double legged. Great.
He'd fuck you up.
Yeah, why? I'd rather train with someone who's gonna like Russian snap me.
Islam. Makhachev.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Islam Khabib.
Yeah.
Makhachev.
That was the same person.
Yep. When are you going to go to Dagestan?
They invited me, actually.
You going to go?
Nah, but actually I got invited. Have you heard of the Lazy King MMA?
No.
I told you about that. The guy who invited me to go and train with him.
You going to?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. They offered.
Where is it? Oh, it's in France?
Yeah, Montpellier.
Yeah.
Montpellier. My favorite.
There it is.
Yeah, so that'll be good, but I don't want to do like wall wrestling and shit, and I don't want to get ground and pounded.
It doesn't serve you any benefit.
No, but I think the training will serve me benefit. I looked at some of his videos. He's pretty tasty at the jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu.
Sick.
Yeah. Who else would I like to train with? That's about it, really.
Gilbert Burns? Nah, doesn't do it.
No, I kind of see their videos on YouTube, and it's like, it's much of the same, just going hard, like mostly fitness and nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's very good, but he's also, I say his main weapon in jiu-jitsu is just like
fitness.
Yeah, general athletic ability and nothing super technical or special that I could steal.
Yeah.
So, nothing to thieve. Well,
nothing to thieve.
For Farside arm drag from half butterfly. So this was, what do I think of it? That was the question. We've done that one before. Where you like get the arm drag, then you... So what I like to do with it is start to stand up or try to butterfly sweep to the side. You know?
You know, I was watching Gordon versus Bishesha.
Yeah.
He was trying to set that up the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
And he was standing up. He'd get it. He'd come up. Bishesha would move. He'd come back down. He just kept beating him. You impressed? I know that. Watched that whole match.
I'm actually impressed that you know that. Yeah, fair play.
That was a good match.
So that's all we need to say on that. I actually, it's a good move. I just think it's like, it's a very attrition-based move.
Yeah.
I.e. like...
It's the tactics of just getting the up and down, trying to get them to get off balanced, right?
But I feel like Gordon did, like, you know, Gordon tried that tactic the whole time and it didn't work. So clearly it needs either improving or another tactic, or it just needs more follow-ups off of it, or he just needs to wrestle more confidently. Well,
he's against Bishesha's fucking huge as well, so I guess it's hard to move, right?
Yeah, I guess Bishesha's heavier than him. But that's what I do against the bigger guys when I'm playing half butterfly. If they're just like, I can't do anything because they're too heavy, I can't move their leg, and they're, you know, then I'll get my drag grip and then start to stand up and sit down, and you can combine it with a choi bar as well. Nice.
Get them to move, get them to react.
Yeah, get them to react off the drag grip. Basically, it's the only solid grip from half butterfly guard on the bottom.
Yeah, the drag grip.
It's the only solid upper body grip. Other than a collar tie shit, because you can't really do anything with it.
No.
Other than heist up again.
Standing up.
Yeah, but again, if you collar tie, you don't really have a proper elbow frame. So
you also run the risk of just being fucking flattened again, though.
Yeah, just getting body locked and flattened. Yeah. No elbow frame. Shout out. Fuck, what's his name? Less impressed, more involved. He did a whole video on that recently on the knee shield and all that, and having your elbow in place. And he quoted us in it as well.
He quoted us?
Yeah, he quoted us. Well,
he had a bit of the podcast on.
Yeah, had a bit of the podcast on. Had a couple clips of it, actually, and basically it was us talking about the same shit. Like, don't go straight to half butterfly unless you've already got upper body grips or something. It was sick. Okay. Worst mat hygiene I've ever experienced.
Probably yours at the shed. Was your shed terrible hygiene?
No, it was fine. We cleaned it a lot.
There you go.
There was just at one point it started leaking. We had to put a bucket down. No, worst mat hygiene. I think he's talking about people. So obviously there's stinky cunts.
But then there's staffy cunts.
Yeah, we
stay away from those.
Yeah, Chow Song, bro. He had a major leg staff.
Bro, that guy, so bit of context. This individual I trained, goes to Owen's gym as well. He had a big spot in his leg. I was like, bro, what the fuck is that? He goes, oh, it's just a, not gonna do his accent. He's like, oh, it's just a bite. I'm like, Bro,
Spider bite.
That is red and taking up the almost entire circumference of your fucking leg.
Hot.
And he had a fever, and he's like, I don't feel so good. And I was like, bro, you should go to A&E. No, it's fine. I don't feel so good. Then he went to A&E, and whenever you go to A&E in this country, I feel like they just say it's a spider bite. They have no fucking idea. So they put him on antibiotics, and sure enough, his staph went away. It was about as staph as it gets.
They always start with spider bite, and then I say it's staph, and they go, it's staph.
It must be staph.
Here's your Fluclo, bro.
It must be staph.
Another course of flucloxacillin for you, my friend.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Staffy.
So that was pretty bad, but it's by no means the worst.
No, that was not the worst.
Mat hygiene could be so many things. We've already spoken about the old shoot fighters.
Yeah.
West, that was crazy. Now, I never got staph before in my life, and then lo and behold, over COVID, the athlete training program, and I got staph like 5 times.
Whoa, you 5 times?
I'd never had it before, and I got it like 5 times in like 3 years.
Damn.
Over COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was from Shoot West. Then, what else? Just generally people smelling bad. There's some people that smell. I think what it is, right? There's one person in particular, but I won't say who they are. But anyway, they come in, right? They themselves smell okay, but their clothes smell almost okay. But then they have this sort of like, you know, if you were to like open your dishwasher after ages of it not being run.
So it's like fish or like,
yeah, or like
horrific.
when you initially run the dishwasher and you open it and all the steam comes out, that sort of slightly rotten musk that comes out mixed with detergent.
Yeah.
So that's
It's the kit.
Yeah.
Just retire your kit. If you know your kit stinks, retire it and get some
you
new
know what
kit.
it is? It's the inside of people's bags. That's my suspicion.
The bags.
Is that their kit is perfectly clean when it leaves the house. They smell it, then they put it in the bag, and then when it comes out the bag, it fucking stinks.
I was thinking about that. You need plastic bag.
Yeah.
Before
and
after you train.
It's key.
That's key.
Also, other
because you leave it in the bag, you forget about it, and it fucking stinks the bag up.
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah, it's done. That's
You
done.
can't do that.
That's done.
There's Mark Hamilton, my old housemate. Yeah, Mark from Liverpool.
Mark.
And he used to eat salad sandwiches and that watery chicken from Sainsbury's. And this one time he farted in the shed, and honestly, that was probably the most sickening thing I've ever smelled in my life. And it hung around for ages.
Yeah.
So that was poor mat hygiene.
There you go.
What else? Not brushing. I guess people have coffee a lot before train. If you have coffee, sushi, and a cigarette, definitely have a chewing gum afterwards. Like
Just start again. Brush your teeth. Have a shower.
Yeah.
Start from scratch.
Go again. In fact, come back another day.
Sometimes you smell like a bag of Doritos when you roll.
Doritos.
Yeah,
That's not good, fam.
Sometimes you do.
That's really bad.
Like a bag of Doritos.
Crushed Doritos.
Yeah.
Man, that's probably the
Not even
worst
like-
smell ever.
Like nacho cheese.
Cool Original.
No, I'm not even lying. Sometimes you do.
Cool Original.
Probably.
Fuck.
Chili wave.
That's sick. So yeah,
That's your mat hygiene.
me, bro.
Stankin'.
Me. Best unknown I've rolled with.
Big David.
Yeah, Bug David. Maybe he is actually Big Dave. Yeah, it's probably got to be Big Dave, hasn't it?
Shout out Big
He's
David. Check out our video on the reels we done. Big David.
100% from Half Guard.
That's the one.
He features.
Still going off.
It is still. We're on like
62,000 views.
3,000 likes.
Yeah.
3,000.
That's the
crazy.
one. Big David. He's there.
Yeah. He picks me up in a new car today on the way to training.
What car?
Tesla.
He loves it.
Yeah. Before he had a Beamer. One time he picked me up in a Dinger.
We'll leave it at that.
Lots of cars.
We'll leave it at that.
Who knows? So yeah, Big David. If you get a chance to go through Roger Gracie, just hang out by the other side, not the entrance side.
Other side of the mats.
and you'll get
11
called
o'clock,
over.
Big David. Yo.
Yeah,
Who calls out all new people too.
yeah, really good. And he beats them.
Beats the fuck out of him. Loves the bottom half guard. Lockdown.
He loves a lockdown, and his passing's pretty tasty as well. To be fair,
Yeah, he does.
he's
Good
very
person.
strong. Doesn't even lift.
No.
Yeah, man.
He's like 48 years old too.
Yeah, 48. Wouldn't know it though, would you?
No.
You would not. You'd be remiss to think he was any older than 40. All right, and then we've got to address the Reddit thread.
The haters.
Thread. So one guy whose name can't even remember. It was called like.
It was called Real. I think his name was Real Professor. So he must be a real professor.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, PhD. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And he said that
I don't think he'll listen to this podcast. He says he doesn't like it anymore.
All of Charles's clients get suspiciously hench in a suspiciously short amount of time, and he said that because I gained, well, he said 10 kilos in a year, but it wasn't really that. It was more like I was 83, hanging around 83, and I got to peak at 91. And I wouldn't say I was necessarily as lean at 91. I was probably...
You're pretty fucking lean. And it was like more like 16 months.
Yeah, it was a year and a half, and it was 8 kilos of just raw power. In fact, I can go on the James Cooper's DEXA scanner and I can see all my history.
Yeah.
So maybe I should do that, and then I can upload my results, and then, you know,
give it the facts.
USADA.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's address that.
What
We've addressed it many times. It's people's misunderstanding of like what it actually takes to get gains. If they saw when you started in the weights room, you weren't shit, but like some of your exercises weren't very good, but like your pulling exercises weren't particularly good at all. No, bro. You started with like single arm rows at 20 kgs. Now you're on 50s.
Damn.
Started at Bulgarian split squats with like 12s. Now you're on like 30s to 40s, depending on how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Deadlifts. Yeah, it just takes time. Like you need to just.
I thought my rows were always good though, or maybe
no.
I was just under.
No, your rows are not good.
Fuck.
The thing is, but you follow the structured strength program twice a week. You also have the genetic appetite to get super jacked, which people forget.
Genetic appetite,
which is important because a lot of people, they'll go to the gym and do all the right things, get all the right sleep, do everything correctly, and they still won't be super lean, or they'll still not have the body composition goals which they want. And that's just unfortunate for you, because that's sometimes the roll of the dice.
Sucks, bro.
You can do all the right things, and sometimes it just doesn't. You're not going to stay super shredded and super lean. It just doesn't work like that.
Instead.
Just get super rich.
Just get really rich instead if you're fat and ugly.
It takes time. Like for a structured weight program, look, you hadn't had much weight training experience, so it does like. He also had a stab at the cookie cutter program that I put out as well. But like anyone could follow that program with adequate nutrition and get fucking super stacked. Anyone.
I had the cookie cutter program.
Yeah, the program that is on my online program is the exact same stuff that I did with you. Like, hardly any different.
Yeah. He was saying as well that because I gained without and stayed lean the whole time.
Yeah, that's genetics. That's being a genetic freak as well.
But is that it? Okay,
yeah. But also taking into account that like a lot of these people who are trying to do that are hobbyists. They're either overtraining and not recovering, so they're not actually improving in the gym, or they're just not moving enough throughout the day to like. They'll either overdo it with the calories and start gaining too much fat, but in the same token, like even though you're in a calorie surplus, you're eating like what 5,000 calories a day, five
now probably not now.
Back then,
yeah.
Like
I was cycling so much then as well.
Yeah, you're exercising a lot, but it doesn't matter. Like you're still in a calorie surplus. For anyone to gain muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus, and there will be a little bit of fat gain with that. And you did gain a bit of fat.
I think I did gain a tiny bit of fat, and then I lost it.
But you're still shredded. So can you gain muscle and stay lean at the same time? For sure. Is it going to look like that for everyone? No.
Can't you just gain a bit of fat and then just lose it, then a bit of fat and then lose it?
It's better off to just do a fucking massive block. Have like a 8 to 12 week block of just, I'm going to fucking like be in a calorie surplus, lift in a strength orientated program or a hypertrophy orientated program, and do that for a designated period of time, because it takes time to get to where you want to be. It doesn't just happen. You need to have a clear plan and a clear eating guide to gain muscle.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing a lot of cardio as well whilst I was gaining.
Yeah, because you're still in a calorie surplus.
Yeah.
But it's hard to again, genetics.
Just
It just fucking doesn't happen. Like,
yeah, true. My dad doesn't exercise and he's not fat at all. And like literally no exercise and he's not fat at all. And he's like pushing 60. And my mom is the same.
And people get confused that some people are just like, oh, but if I did that, I'd be fat. Or if I tried to gain 10 kilos, yeah, I'd be muscly, but I wouldn't be lean. Unlucky, man. Like, it's I'm sorry.
Get on the juice.
I'm sorry. Like,
you should get on the juice.
You should get on the juice. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work out for some people.
I see you really well,
and that's fine. That's fine. But that's how genetics work. Some
That's
people are genetically a lot leaner and will look leaner at certain body fat percentages than others, and that's just how it is.
True. I'm not complaining at Arms Corleone.
Arms Corleone. He's a fucking freak. Supposedly Natty too.
Yeah, I'm not calling him a juicer.
No,
just because he is strong.
Maybe he's juicy though. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
Maybe he's not.
Nicky Rod again.
His whole family looks fucking wham though.
But and something up with that Nigerian genes, bro. Nigerians are generally fucking monsters.
Yeah,
they really are.
His whole family just seems so like
stacked.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at
Nicky Rod, king of the Natties.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at Nicky Rod.
Like people. Yeah, it is a big genetic factor. But the best, what you can do, if you're listening to this and you want to get super jacked, just go in a non-aggressive calorie surplus, which is 500 calories above your maintenance. Don't overdo it. If you're doing lots of exercise, you need to factor in all of that exercise and then still be in a calorie surplus. So eat the right amount of calories, steadily stay on that whilst you're gaining weight, lifting weights, training jiu-jitsu, and you can make it happen. You can still get super jacked. Will you stay super lean? Maybe, maybe not. If you want to stay, if you get really, really stacked and you're like, man, I want to lose a bit of body fat, then cut the calories down a little bit with that new muscle that you've built, like also, a bodybuilder.
If it's not literally your job to do sports, like, surely you're just not going to get that jacked. Like,
bro, you can.
You could get swole.
Guys can get super fucking stacked.
Yeah, but how much time in a day have you got? Like, I'm spending literally every single day, all day.
But it doesn't take that. That's the point. It doesn't take that long to get super fucking jacked
and lean.
Well, again, and lean's a different story. Like, let's say you're an office worker, 9 to 5, doing like jiu-jitsu 2 to 3 times a week, weights 2 to 3 times a week, and you're on it with your calories. You're doing 10,000 steps a day, or you're at least managing how many, like, have a high step output. So you've got a pretty good. It's called NEAT, non-thermo, and I can't remember what NEAT stands for off the top of my head, but like you're walking around. Nice.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but anyway, NEAT stands for daily activity that's not specifically exercise. So you'd want to keep that high, like walking to the train station in the morning. Let's say it's a 20-minute walk. Walking back, that's a 20-minute walk. And then maybe getting some extra steps in around that, so you get into 10,000 plus a day. Yeah. Then you're jacking weights, you're doing jiu-jitsu too. Maybe add an extra cardio session in with on it nutrition. On it nutrition means you're just on it with your calories and your protein intake. 3 to 5 servings of protein per day.
That's fucking hard.
It's like, it is fucking hard, but that's
describing is basically like to being an athlete.
It's not. It's just being on it. It's not.
But that's like 3 jits plus 3 weights. That's 6 training sessions a week. That's basically training every single day. Yeah. Plus doing a 9 to 5 on top of that.
That's what it takes, bro.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah. So unless you're doing that, don't write in.
Yeah. Exactly. And then if you're accusing someone of being on the gear, fuck off, you lazy cunt. Yeah. Do the work.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, cunt.
Fuck off, cunt. Yeah. Although the rest of them are on gear. Talk about Mica Galvao. Talk about Tainan Alpra's breasts, bro. They're not even breasts, but his nipples
erect
are so sharp and so long. Like, he could get a whole hoop earring and just hang it off of them.
They look great.
He doesn't even need to
2 hoop
stud
earrings.
It.
Hold on. Are you on steroids?
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Yeah. Just to clarify. Yes.
No, but seriously.
After this whole chat, when are we going to just admit that I'm on steroids?
Get your bloods done. You had your bloods done.
I had my bloods done.
You need to get your test. I got mine done. Test 41.
I got my red blood cell millimoles. Count.
Yeah, I got my
41.
41 test, yeah.
It's in the normal range until 30.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm over.
Man, sick.
High test.
Is it from all the wanking? That's what Nicky Rod said.
Yeah, maybe. He wanks a lot.
He said he wanks 4 to 5. Well, he said he nuts 4 to 5 times a day.
Oh my God, like a teenager.
That is an insane amount of nutting. Like
I was doing that when I was a teenager.
really?
Yeah.
That's quite a lot of nutting.
High test, bro.
Where do you find the time in the day?
You make the time.
Do you just go back to back to save time, or do you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happens.
Yeah.
But you're not in gear. You're not in gear. I'm not in gear.
No, you.
No.
You're on that testosterone thing though.
I did Tonkat Alley,
Yeah.
Fiducia Agricious.
Yeah.
It's not gear.
Pushing gear.
I'll probably go on the gear maybe later in life if I need to. Once I've had kids, if I need to, again, would I want to? Why do you want to be super big when you're old?
kids?
Well, it affects your fertility, doesn't it?
Does it? You drop off.
Yeah, it can really affect your fertility. Like, shout out Mica Galvao for taking that big risk. Like, retarded doing gear when you're a 13 or 14-year-old. And then
Nah, he wasn't doing gear. Remember, it was just
bro, for his like his post to be like
clomiphene.
my doctor. Just take some fucking ownership, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're fucking juicing to the girls, I would like to see like all personal trainers or like anyone who is fucking on the gear and like posting videos of them exercising or doing jiu-jitsu, just be like, I'm on the fucking juice. Because no one cares. But they care when you're claiming that you're not and you are.
Yeah.
Because you better believe that is going to affect your athletic ability. And what I love about the Mica Galvao thing, all the fucking people chiming in, oh, Mica, you're the greatest. You're still a great role model. You know, you're still a great athlete. It doesn't matter. The hormones or not. It doesn't matter. It fucking matters, bro. It fucking matters. If you're juicing and no one else is juicing, your ability to recover and get more mat time in is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Is huge. That puts you like at least at a big discrepancy. Puts other people at a big discrepancy to how much you can actually train, and it makes a fucking difference. So, and for him to be like, oh, you know, my doctor, he messed up the thing. I blame the doctor. Fuck off, bro. Take some ownership.
It is retarded though.
Take some fucking
that
ownership.
they only test the first place. Like Craig put up his video saying
That
that.
was hilarious.
Yeah,
Love
saying
Craig.
that. Well, I'm on steroids and this is the only way I can win a gold. But yeah, then you've got to test everyone basically.
Yeah, it's a Lance Armstrong effect. It'd be the cycling. If you've seen what's that?
I haven't seen it, but I don't know why.
What's that movie?
Fuck.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
We get the Russian one, how they test all the cyclists.
Yeah.
And there was like 20 cyclists. It was 20 places, 15 or 20 places down before they had a drug-free athlete on the list. And then even then they stopped testing. So even maybe the entire participants were EPO'd or juiced up.
Yeah.
So again, if you want to make a clean sport, you got to try to test everyone. That's not the first place.
Look at Adesanya's titty.
Yeah, he was talking. He almost fucked up. He talked about his test, and
I saw a little clip there on Instagram.
he's like, I use my mind to raise my testosterone.
My mind to call the doctor.
You can't do that, bro.
What's his number again?
You can't meditate to increase your test.
Maybe you can. Maybe if you just imagine yourself nutting 4 or 5 times a day, your body will do it. If you
Increase
run
your
through
test.
the motions in your brain, it will be like that training you do.
Well, this is a weird thing that even when we had shout out Mark McQueen, when we had Mark McQueen.
Shout out Mark McQueen. It's been a while since we shouted out.
I know, love that guy. We had him on, and he said his friend Luke, other big cunt powerlifter, had like a really low test score, and Mark McQueen had a higher test score than him, and the other Luke fella was better than at powerlifting than Mark with low test. Hard to say. Hard to say. But if you do have low test, then you want to try and get that up. Depending on how old you are, because it's going to decrease by like probably 1% a year after the age of 40. Look after your sleep. Sleep is king. If you're sleeping like a bag of shit, get your sleep better. That's number one. Number two,
pillows.
Eat plenty of protein. How do you need to eat the protein? 3 to 5 meals per day. Hydration. Are you drinking 2 to 4 liters of water per day? With
so
electrolytes after training.
That's so much.
You need to do it. If you're
4 liters.
Yeah, some people need to do that, bro. Max Bickerton, he would need to be on at least 4 liters a day. He sweats.
He has
so
a water bottle he
much.
brings with him
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Floral
Hydration.
design.
There's all these factors you need to, and then it's like if you're not doing that and you got low test, I'm not surprised. Do all the right things.
Yeah.
Oh, and vitamin D3. Make sure your vitamin D3 is on top.
I just
especially
started
winter.
that
Yep.
after getting ill twice in a row. I was like, enough is enough.
Vitamin
I'm taking
D3.
vitamins.
Get on that. Fish oils. I ordered lots of fish oils
I
after
didn't
our
order
conversation. Fish oils are good.
I need to do that. What did
Do
you
it
get? Life extension.
It was the best rate.
Nordic Naturals.
Let me finish, bro.
Fight me.
Okay.
Fuck.
We'll do techniques here.
Turn the camera off.
I would
Just
sub you
grunt. Leave the
quick.
mics on. Just grunting.
If we had a... Well, no, you'd still beat me in an MMA match because you'd just get me to the ground and leg lock you.
And just now finish him.
Finish him off.
You seen that meme? Now finish him off.
Finish
I said
him.
finish him off, not sock him off.
Finish him. Anyway, let's move on from that. Address nattiness. Improve flexibility via strength
got
training.
addressed.
Here we go. The S&C. You want to take this one?
Yeah. So
You actually know the answer.
full range of motion, bro. If you're not doing the exercises properly, then you'll only be able to move in that range of motion. But if you if you flex the whole way around, then you're actually getting used to that end range, bro.
Train a full
Science.
on. But then you can set up exercises that increase the range of motion off deficits, adding
yeah, true
pauses
that,
to certain exercises. Also, shout out Eugene Teo. He's very clever guy, strength and conditioning. So there's some studies showing that, and this is difficult to do. But say you're doing an exercise, RDLs as an example. This would be very difficult to do an RDL, but let's use this as an example. You get to the end range of the movement where you're at the biggest stretch reflex at the bottom of an RDL. You perform your RDL reps, and then you spend another 20 to 30 seconds at the bottom of that end range,
Just waiting.
either loaded or unloaded, and that will help increase your overall flexibility and mobility. in that
Passively.
position.
Right at the end.
Right at the end.
You don't do like 10 seconds at the bottom per rep.
You could do that as well,
All right,
but the studies show it needs to be at the end. Also, let's say you finish, and this I'm going to start including this into my training. Perhaps your training too. Although you're already pretty flexible. Yeah. We'll actually start doing it some of your training. You get to the end of the session, let's say you want to improve your hip flexibility or your adductor flexibility or even your lats or shoulders. When you finish training, you want to stretch for maybe 3 to 6 sets of various exercises. Let's say you want to improve your hip flexion, and you've done Bulgarian split squats, which is already going to help improve your hip flexion. At the end, you're going to do some hip flexor stretches, holding them for 30 to 60 seconds for 1 to 2 sets. And then you can do some various other stretches, maybe adductors. And doing those stretches for 30, 60 seconds at the end of a strength session has been shown to improve your flexibility.
Wonder what I'd like to be more flexible at.
I think your shoulders, bro.
Yeah, true that.
Your hips are already flexible, but you already have pretty good shoulder flexion and extension, but they can do with improving thoracic bridging too. Bridging.
Bridging, yeah, I guess just pure bridging.
Yeah.
Like the amount you can bend your body is
thoracic bridging.
That's fucking key.
Yeah.
That's just so much key.
Walking, like wrestlers, like walking on your hands, leaning over.
Exorcist.
Yep. It's really good. We should actually get back. We were doing that for some time. Not really, but a little bit. I'm gonna start adding it back in.
Yeah, we should do that, yeah. Because I see, like,
go write that down.
When some people bridge, it's like they actually bridge like hard. You know, they bridge all the way in a circle, pretty much.
Yeah, because when you're bridging, you want to have good thoracic spine mobility. So you've got laterally and then extension of the thoracic spine. Spend more time in extension. Sure, I'm gonna put some reels up about that. So stay tuned to my Instagram.
Stay tuned.
Great, there we go. How and when to stretch after the sessions or before you go to bed in the evening. I think stretching before you go to bed in the evening is number one. Very relaxing, helps you sleep better because it switches on. I can't say switches on, but it helps get you into a parasympathetic nervous system faster,
deep breathing,
which helps you. Yeah, exactly. Deep breathing helps you relax, all that. Also, you're going to get some good flexibility again. So I recommend adding that into your evening routine. Spend 10 to 20 minutes stretching. What stretches should you do? A hip flexion, an adductor stretch, a shoulder capsule stretch of some sort, a shoulder extension stretch of some sort, perhaps a thoracic bridge, and some glutes. There you go.
That's so long though.
Yeah, 10 minutes. That well, you just cut it down. Maybe you want to work on some different pieces each day rather than the same ones.
All right then. I'll try.
Bruv, 10 minutes.
Yeah, all right then. I'll do that.
Do you want me to send you some stretches?
Get the mat out. We've got a yoga mat at home.
I'll send you some stretches.
Cool.
I'll put them online so everyone can see.
Everyone gets sent them.
Why is hydration important? Last question.
Yeah.
Go on.
Did it. We kind of did it, but
we
yeah.
We talked about it.
For me, I get injured if I'm not hydrated.
Yeah. You do. Your injury risk goes through the roof.
Yeah, that's the main one for me.
Through the roof.
Otherwise, I just wouldn't drink water.
Concentration too.
Water's so dead.
But you get your little coloured electrolyte tablets. They're nice.
Yeah, they're all right.
Orange juice, sports drinks,
Let's
cola.
say, what is the ratio of electrolyte tablet to water that a man should drink per day? Let's say you're not exercising. Should you just have an electrolyte every day?
No.
No.
No. Because you don't need it. You're not expelling a large amount of sweat. If you're expelling a large amount of sweat, the reason why we have an electrolyte tablet is because a sport like jiu-jitsu is very, very sweaty. And depending on what kind of sweater you are, some people don't sweat that much. Some people sweat a lot. You sweat a lot. Again, Max Pickerton, we're just picking on him. Some people sweat a lot. And within that sweat, you're not just losing water, you're losing salts and different vitamins and minerals from your sweat. And that you can't replace that just through water. You can do it through like water and food, but it's most effective to be done through an electrolyte tablet, which is specifically designed to hydrate you quicker than anything else because of the salt content, the sodium content in that. Whereas people think, oh, it's all the potassium content. It's the sodium content that's going to hydrate you faster than anything. So I put up a chart a few weeks ago. It's the electrolyte tablets will hydrate you faster than any other substance.
Sodium makes you swole as well.
Yes, what retain water.
Yeah, that's what Carly Muscle used to say.
Carly Muscle.
Yeah, you remember that guy?
Yeah.
Prison.
He was huge, but he was like
prison.
Fucking 130 kilos.
Did you ever used to watch Prison Talk?
No.
It's basically Carly Muscle telling stories about prison.
What a great show.
It was sick.
Let's get him on the pod.
We should actually. So he said, you're not going to get swole eating chicken and avocado, which in a way...
Depends, bro. Depends on your calories, but you need carbs.
Yeah, as in eating a chicken and avocado salad won't do it. You need a big fucking tub of noodles with peanut butter and all this extra shit that he throws in.
You want some fucking carbs in there, yeah.
Cabs.
There's no special foods, V-Shred. We got a podcast next week with a neuroscientist.
Nice. We'll get Carly on later then. Anyway, someone asked him a question about prison and said, did you ever drop the soap? And he said, no, I didn't drop the soap. And even if you did drop the soap, just leave it there. It's not worth it.
Wow.
So he was making out like prison wasn't, super homo. But then in the end, he said that if he dropped the soap, he'd have just left it on the floor.
Get staph instead.
Said that it's not worth it. It's not worth picking up the soap.
Get a staph infection instead.
Yeah. It's not worth picking up the soap.
You get raped.
In case that's, yeah.
There we have it.
There we have it.
Shout out to all the avid podcast listeners defending us on the Reddit forums, listening to us on Reddit forums.
Reddit soldiers.
Love it. Do you have Reddit?
Nah.
Someone sent that to you. I was like,
someone sent it to me, yeah. Reddit, it is a terrible vibe on Reddit, isn't it? It's extremely like neurotic.
Well, it's all male toxic masculinity, isn't it? Toxic males. No, I bet there's some fat lesbians on there too.
It's exactly like PC Plod Brigade.
Is it?
It's fucking... From what I've read, it's like people
getting
who
upset
go
about
on
PC.
Reddit basically don't do anything else but Reddit.
Right. I've got a mate who's a very wealthy individual, our age, on actually you're a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
From what's the cryptocurrencies?
Yeah.
He's killing it. And he said 10 hours a day on Twitter.
Just checking out the world.
Checking out everything to do with cryptocurrencies on Twitter.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's him.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with Reddit? I don't know. PCs. He's keyboard warriors.
Yeah, Twitter is more like for updates though, and I feel like Reddit is more like a discussion thing. And for some reason, I feel like Reddit is more anonymous when people
it's
people
super
write
anonymous,
on it. Yeah, and people are highly opinionated, but not necessarily willing to put their name to anything.
Yeah.
So-
Credible sources on Reddit.
But it's not good trolling.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not trolling because people actually believe what they're saying on Reddit.
Well, yeah, it's like
So
it's the classic thing. Like, oh no, bro, I saw it on Reddit. Or it's like
Yeah.
a research paper. Shout out
like,
Reddit.
yeah, it's not doesn't count as good trolling if it's annoying. If you actually believe it, then you're just a moron.
What's the ultimate trolling? In person? In person.
Not really. Not really, because if it's in person, then you've actually got the chance to be attacked.
You've got to leave. You've got to leave.
I don't have anything to do.
Oh, there's no classes tonight?
No class
Oh,
tonight.
there we go. We can keep going.
Yeah, so I don't like. If it's in person, they have the opportunity to just attack you physically, which means that the trolling itself isn't necessarily that annoying because they can always just outburst
React.
and hit you. Yeah, but if it's online, for example, anonymously, like
You can fire them up and they're getting madder
there's
and madder.
nothing they can do but just be angry. Yeah,
Except give their opinion back.
Yeah.
Escalating emotion.
yeah, and it's much easier to write down.
thoughts.
Trolling.
A perfectly
Yeah.
curated
Exactly,
response.
curated.
As opposed.
As opposed to a rushed on the spot troll
Yeah.
that you've got to just come up with.
Yeah.
nothing.
Do
So
you- You don't troll people on Reddit, obviously.
no, I don't go on Reddit. The only times I go on is if someone. To be fair, the only times I've gone on ever is when people send me shit about me being on juice on Reddit.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. One of them was needless to say he's on juice, but I mean the rest of them.
Oh, yeah.
that was a
JT
good
Torres is definitely not. Fion's definitely not. But Owen Flanagan
Definitely
obviously is.
which I like. It is heartwarming in a way, but
Yeah.
also I need more plates, more dates to come and
Maybe you should just get on the
come and
fucking
suck me off
juice.
whatever he does.
You should just get on it.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I get to 40, I'll get on the juice, and then we'll know for sure.
But here's the issue. I was just listening to some, because this is what I do in my spare time. I geek out on strength and conditioning videos.
Yeah.
These fellas who are fucking super jacked, and they're all below the age of 40. How jacked do you want to be as you get older? Like The Rock as an example, as you're getting older. It's not healthy to be very big as you're older. Your heart doesn't like that. You're not meant to be massive. So it's like when you get to 40, turning it around and be like, I'm going to get super jacked and super stacked now. That's a really dumb idea because your risk of a heart attack goes through the roof. Whereas if you got your bloods done, I got my bloods done last week actually. It was very worthwhile done.
Yeah.
Get your bloods done, figure out what your testosterone is at a younger age, and then if you get to an older age, let's say 40, 50, and your test levels are going down, then you'd be like, okay, what was it when I was 30? And then you can try and replicate that rather than trying to go too far over, and then you get fucking massive and die of a heart attack.
I assume I'm going to waste away for a little while until I'm like, let's say 40 from the decline of age.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a sudden healthy burst of energy and size and swollenness.
Bit of growth hormone,
then it
depends what you want to do.
Maybe not growth hormone to be fair, because then you die again, but
Yeah, you get cancer or something.
yeah, cancer.
Could do, but you get your bloods done, see if you got inflammation markers, etc.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think all those really juicy people who stay like, we have some friends like this who stay super jacked into their older years, but you got to lose the weight. You can't be super big going into older years and super jacked. It's not good for your health.
How jacked is healthy when you're 40, 50?
I don't know. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
It's subjective, isn't it? Depending on your...
Just got to keep getting your blood work done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over and over again.
Once every 5 years is probably worthwhile.
Fuck. I've got to get 5 blood tests, bruh.
Yeah.
I've never done one.
Bro, get the one I'm going to send you the details after
Send
this.
it. But I don't want to pay money to fucking Randox.
Bro, it's worth it. It's so...
Yeah, but Randox are cunts.
Why?
For making money out of the pandemic.
If you're in the UK, Randox Health...
I made money out of the pandemic.
Randox Health, I paid 350 quid for a full blood test analysis. They do fucking everything. And urine analysis too.
Nice.
Urine.
Did you have to piss it on?
Yeah, just piss all over the office and they pick it. And they mop it up.
Just piss in that corner, bro. Get the cleaner to come.
get the cleaner to test it. But you do a blood test, and then included in that price, you come back 6 months later, and they do another test to see where you're at, and you get a doctor's appointment in that too. So you'll sit down with
two blood tests.
You get 2 blood tests for 300 quid or whatever it is, and you get a doctor's appointment without break down through everything with you and tell you what potential things you need to do.
That's actually pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good. If it's within your budget, I would fucking strongly recommend you get it done.
But the thing is, I already went to the NHS and I got. Would it be cheaper if I just got, let's say, my testosterone and whatever else checked? All the shit that I didn't get checked on the NHS when I went there.
Maybe, sure, but I think just get the whole thing done. Get the whole report done. Get everything done. Do it all at once. Then you have a full report all in one area. It's all there. So then when you go back to do it 5-10 years later, you have again that one easy access full report, and you go, comparatively, where was I 5 years ago to where am I now?
Yeah,
I think that is an important thing to do for people who are serious about their health. In my opinion, take health seriously. Health is wealth.
Serious about your health.
Yeah, it's true.
It is serious.
Serious business.
If you die, that's
it. It's game over.
That's it, really. Yeah. For the most part, that's it, isn't it? You're done.
Once you're dead,
unless you get a statue.
What statue? Oh, like a gravestone.
Nah, like a proper statue somewhere. Then you live on.
No, you're still dead, bro.
Nah.
Are you scared of death?
Nah, I don't fear death.
Yeah, hard.
I go straight into it. I don't even look when I cross the road.
It's a good time to end this podcast.
Yeah.
It's getting silly now.
Bye.
No.
Oh yeah, we got a
rate, subscribe, podcast. How do we support the podcast, Flanagan?
Go
buy
my instructional.
Get it.
Is there any way to actually support this? Yeah, you like it.
I think just buy our stuff, but keep watching. So how can you support the podcast? Keep watching, share it to your friends, like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube,
leave it running,
share it around, leave it running, get our watched views up. Again, share it to your friends. If you're listening on Spotify or any podcasting platform, click the rate button. Ideally 5 stars. You should do 5 stars. If it gives you a comment option, leave some comments on our Instagram. If you like what we're putting out, like our posts, comment on the posts.
How many hours do we need?
10K.
How many are we on?
I'm not sure. I need to look.
It was about 5K last time though, wasn't it?
5K last time. Perhaps about 7-ish now.
Yeah, so 7. So most of the way to making money out of it. And then once we do, then
it won't be much. So James Smith, who we're going to get on the podcast in August, September.
Yeah.
He had 1 million views on his one video on YouTube, and they paid him $2,000 for 1 million views on YouTube.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so we're well behind that. Our videos again are usually like
but for one video, $2,000.
Yeah,
massive.
So you just need to get the views up.
And if he gets another 1 million views, that's another 2K. It's not like
it keeps popping over.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get to 1 million views.
As in, you don't get anything before 1 million.
Well, not really. You need. You can get money before then. I think. You should look into it.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, fuck, bro. He made like $56 million
in a month or a year.
In a year from YouTube last year.
I'd have thought he made more than that.
Me too.
Doesn't he spend that much on a video?
$3 to $4 million a video. Makes a video a month.
Fuck.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Economics. Yeah. 4 times 12.
But that's not worth it. If it's 3 to 4, well, I guess he's profiting like 20 mil.
But that's the thing. He says he doesn't care about the profits. He wants to invest everything back into the business, which is what we should do for the podcast.
Everything.
We've
made nothing.
Make nothing.
We've made nothing, and we've invested
everything.
More than nothing.
We've invested these microphones.
Yeah.
Same microphones as Joe Rogan. Shout out Joe Rogan.
We should get like a proper holder for this.
We have 2.
But like one that we can hold with our hands.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
do we need to?
All right. I feel like it could be more comfortable.
Yeah.
Is my voice going to be upside down?
No. We've got stands. We don't use them. This is more comfortable.
Sick.
Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, check out our YouTube. If you're listening to this on Spotify, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, and like the videos. I've got my strength programs, which you can sign up to if you want to get super jacked. Natty, Or you could be on drugs using the
You
program.
can do drugs on your own.
You can do drugs on your own and still use the program. Get on it.
You can come to my club and do drugs.
Yep.
You can come to my house and do drugs. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.